Hey, my name's Akimbokomet, and this is the final level, where I beat the hardest levels on the toughest difficulties. Today I'm playing FTL, Faster Than Light, and I am about to go and fight the Rebel flagship. So first let's go over my build, and then I'll go and show you the fight. So here I've got the Crystal Cruiser B, in my opinion, strongest ship in the game, gives you a little bit of an edge. Go into the ship menu, you can see all my points here. Max shields, as many points in engines as I can possibly get. My scrap kind of limits me there. 1.02, 1 point in medbay, that's all you really need. 3 points in weapons allows me to activate any one of my weapons. You don't really need any more than one weapon in this fight, as you'll see. 4 points in drone, whoops, 4 points in drone. Allows me to activate my defense 2 drone, really useful. I bought the defense 2 drone at a store at one point. I highly recommend it. It's great for staving off just a little bit of extra damage and surviving. Especially at the start of the fights when the ship is firing like 80 billion shots at you. Defense 2, great. Max teleport allows you to teleport your guys in and out really fast. I teleport them normally in teams of 2, so the 10-second cooldown is really great for porting one and then the next group out and then back in. You'll see. Max teleporter is really great. Max cloak, I had the power. I had the scrap, might as well max it out. Gives me an extra 5 seconds, 10 seconds on that cloak, depending on what level it is. Allows me to dodge a lot of the initial burst that the boss puts out right at the start. Subsystems are all maxed because I can, and they cost no power. Piloting, I never pull my pilot out of his seat, so really not all that useful, but hey, it's maxed. Sensors are useful because I run, obviously, the Crystal Cruiser, as you can see behind here. Relies on teleporting small squads in, and if you can see what's in the enemy ship, it makes it a lot safer. Max doors, great for the second level of the boss where he uses boarding drones. If a boarding drone is rampaging through your ship, you're going to be very sad. So max doors really great. 25 power here. I don't have any Zoltans this run, as you obviously know. If you played this game, FTL is very random. So this playthrough, unfortunately, I didn't get any Zoltans. Ideally, I'd probably have 2 or 3 Zoltans in each of these 3 rooms here, just to give me a little bit of extra power, because extra power means more systems online, means I'm stronger. And I don't get hit a whole lot in this, so I don't really need NGs, I don't really need repairs. It's better for me just to have more power in everything. So Zoltans are better. Unfortunately, I didn't get any on this run. If we look down here, we can see Heavy Iron, Halberd Beam, Pegasus, just random weapons I got on this run. I don't buy any, I just get what I find. And then also you notice no power in the weapons, and yet I have all my power allocated. In this fight, what I believe is the best thing to do is to move your power around in different stages, so you stretch your just, 25 power out to 30, 35 power. Just by reallocating between systems when you don't need power in certain systems. So if you're not using the medbay, pull the power point out of there, throw it into a weapon. Or see, cloak, I've only got 2 points in here, so I can pull it out of the medbay and throw it into cloak when I activate cloak. Managing your power usefully and using that pause button really helps in this final fight. So that's about all on my build. I have pretty much, I'll just go to the other tabs here so you can take a quick look. Full crew, equipment, this is my equipment. Shield charge booster, I picked it up just for kicks, it's pretty nice. And then, yeah, and we will also look at my crew members over here. All my offensive crew members are maxed out in fighting, which is really great. They'll take enemies down faster. My captain right here is maxed pilot. Slug, maxed engines. He's not maxed weapons because I really don't use all that many weapons. I just take out the enemy crew. And then shields are one half max. So in another playthrough, I'd have more Zoltans. I would max that shield out if I could. And yeah, other than that, this is a pretty ideal build right here. Okay, so time to jump. I got it all set up here so we can just jump right into the Rebel flagship and initiate 1v1. 1v1 me, bro. Let's do this. So, just a little, don't screw up, bro. And we go. So, I actually forgot to do this, but what you should do is you should pull 2 of your guys out, so you only have 2 guys in this room. And what we do is we disable 3 of his 4 weapons. I'm going to disable his ion here, his missiles, and I'm going to disable his cutter beam. So port my first 2 guys into the missiles, because honestly they're the scariest thing in the ship. And let's put these 2 guys in the teleporter room. We're just going to wait for those missiles to fire, and then I'm going to dodge them with my awesome cloak. And as you can see, 108% evasion. He's not hitting me. So my teleport's back up. Let's fire these guys into the ion. So missiles, then ion, then halberd beam. We actually leave this laser here alive. And the reason for that, this is a little bit of a trick I learned after fighting this boss 4 or 5 times. If you kill everybody on a ship, he turns into a... Sorry, just let me port these guys back. He turns into a drone, like an AI controlled ship. He doesn't just die. If you kill all his crew, he doesn't just, you know, derp out and goodbye. And the issue with drones is, if you've fought them with this kind of teleport strap before, when you kill their subsystems, they slowly heal over time. And because they don't have crew to run around and repair, they just latently heal over time. So if I killed all 4 of his weapons and all 4 of the crew members up there in the weapons... Oh, I'm talking too much. I'm becoming lazy. You can't actually teleport guys in or out while he's cloaked, so I gotta just wait to port these guys back until he comes uncloaked. There we go. What was I saying? Ah, yes. The boss turns into an AI, and if the boss turns into an AI, he automatically heals. So if we took out all 4 weapon systems, and then we also ported in and took out all the dudes in his main ship, in here, he would turn into an AI, and all those weapons would automatically slowly heal, and I would have to keep porting in and taking them out, and it would just be a huge hassle. However, if I leave this one guy in here alive, and just, you know, take the triple blast on my shield, sorry, I'll continue this fight so you're not sitting here for 3 hours watching me slowly take down his ship. Take down those guys, turns into an AI. If we leave this one guy alive, he won't turn into that AI at any point in this fight. This is actually a 3-stage fight. And all his weapons will stay dead, everything will stay dead, and you won't have to, like, port around his ship and do crazy stuff. So, tip, leave this guy alive, because this weapon is the least scary, and it's in the middle, you'll see. You just leave this guy alive. And it will be so much easier. So I'm gonna jump in, walk down, and take out this med bay. No, I'm not, because they kinda... Unfortunately, they got a guy in the med bay there, so I'm gonna have to... I screwed up. I'm just gonna heal up my bros here. And that guy jumped into the med bay really, really fast. Heal everybody up. As you can see, I've got all those points in engines, 48% evasion. He's not going to be hitting me too often. So, he's going to pop out a cloak. I'm going to port in, take out one of his systems. Probably his medbay, if I can. But the goal here is to... Actually, you know what? I'm just going to, like... I'm going to jump into his cloak room. I'm going to pull 3 or 4 guys in here, and then I'm going to kill him. After you've taken out the 3 of them, I'm speaking gibberish, I apologize. After you've taken out, that should be okay here, yep. After you've taken out 3 of his weapons and left this lonely guy alive here so that he won't turn into an AI and auto heal and just be super annoying to fight, you want to kill all the rest of the crew on his ship. Because the crew on his ship, they improve his evasion, they improve his how all the systems work, they repair things, they're just annoying little guys, so work on taking all of them out. There we go, he's healed. As soon as he comes out of stealth again, that's why I'm targeting this cloak, because it's annoying. All 4 of these guys are going to come in here, we lock them down so they can't go out to the medbay and kill him. So, kill everybody in his ship, that way they can't repair, they can't help, they can't do anything useful. They're all dead. As disappointing, as sad as that is. So as you can see, that is finished. Okay, and the rest of this fight just consists of taking down his shields. Actually, it's probably faster just to port back, heal. No, get back in here. It's gonna take me. Oh man, whatever. You guys medbay. Oh, 3-man shield. Take down a shield, activate your weapons, and kill him. This stage of the fight is pretty simple. Of course, he's got nobody on his ship to, you know, heal the shield, so it's just gonna stay dead. I'm just gonna port this lone little crystalman back onto my ship. There we go, just keep him safe. This is actually taking pretty long. You can do this much faster. If you're not, you know, talking and getting distracted and doing silly things. Like port into the medbay when there's a guy in there. Then you can quite easily do this stage of the fight in like 5 minutes. Port into his weapons, take him out, take out his crew, take his shields, done. So, I'm gonna power down my cloak. And as soon as these guys are done with the medbay, I'm gonna power that down too. Power up my beam, and finish this stage of the fight. If you can, you want to get 4 rooms in with this beam. Because you do maximum damage that way. Yep, there we go, perfect. So, we will just await his destruction now, and I will further explain this silly AI. So what's going to happen here is he's going to bust up, and this guy's going to live, he's not going to be an AI, and he's not going to auto-heal, and it's going to be just so much nicer. If you bust open, because like, in order of importance, I'd say the missiles are most annoying, then the ions, then this laser thingy, then the halberd beam. So you would automatically say, okay, why don't you just, you know, leave the guy in the halberd beam alive? That makes the most sense. Oh, sorry, I don't have auto fire on. See, I never use weapons because I always just port on enemy ships and blow them up. Why not just take the guy in the crazy halberd beam down? Instead of, I'm just gonna wait for him to jump there so I can jump on top of him. Why don't you just take down the guy in the crazy halberd beam? Because that's, you know, the least scary weapon. Well, you're gonna see after this stage of the fight. Okay. After this stage of the fight, this piece breaks off, these two are the only left, so if you leave the guy alive in here, the third stage of the fight, this guy's gonna die because this piece of the ship breaks off. The right half here, where my mouse is. And you're gonna be left with the middle core of the ship in the final fight being an AI and auto-healing. Not fun. So, yet again, we want to port teams of 2 onto a ship and take out those weapons because they, in between fights, he full heals his entire ship. Oh no, my cloaking! It doesn't matter, you know, I'm not using my cloaking anyways. So, let's power down that halberd beam, power back up that cloaking, and let's use it before he takes me down, because I'm probably only going to get 1 use of it. Out of it. I'm being silly and I'm not actually using my defense 2 drone. I should have used that in the last stage of the fight, but it doesn't matter because I took his weapons down fast enough that he didn't even get through my shields. So as you can see, taking down the missiles first. Why? Because missiles hurt. Missiles hurt a lot. Missiles are honestly... Whoops, I screwed up. It's that button. Missiles are honestly the most annoying thing. Ugh, where the... Oh, duh. Intruders are right there. It's a boarding drone. So, just wait for my... Okay, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't know. I hope I'm not. That'd be terrible. So, we're gonna take maybe a little tiny bit of damage here. Damn it, my shields. What do I want to do here? Move the mantis in. Oh, this is going to be painful. He redeployed his boarding drones into my shield room. That's, like, a lot of FTL is RNG, so if you get screwed on the RNG, then there's nothing you can do. So, in order to stop that boarding drone, I'm just going to take him out at the source. Of course, he doesn't... kill the boarding drone! Yes, okay. So I'm going to get the Mantis the hell out of there. Of course, the... What is wrong with... Whoa! Get out! Get out! Get out! Into the healing bay! Okay, you're safe. And my shields are not, so cloak. And then we're almost ready to send more guys into the boarding bay. So, because his crew was killed last time, they don't respawn in between, which is quite nice. And so I have free reign to take out all his drones here. So that's gonna remove the threat of the boarding drone. And remove the threat of, as you can see, all these dead drones. So the only attack he actually has is that power surge drone attack that you're seeing right here. And as you can also see, that does not get through my shields. The only way he can possibly get through my shields right now is if this laser beam right here fires at the exact same time those power surge drone comes in. And even then, I'm not sure it can take me down. Because I also have cloak. So, let's get you guys over to the shield room, start taking that down. Let's not be negligent in our play. Let's pop everybody back into their respective rooms, get that evasion chance back up. And as soon as his shields go down, uh-oh, my drone room took some damage. I did not notice, so my defense 2 drone is actually down. That's probably how I took that one measly damage. Darn it. My perfect playthrough. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Actually, I probably want to keep those there. Let's pop it out of here. And let's pop it out of here. Actually, let's get you back. And then let's pop it out of there. We'll put you... We'll just leave you guys there. You're pretty healthy. So, let's put you in there. Activate you just in case. Don't really need to, but hey, why not? And take the points out of here, put them into here, and let's find 4 rooms. These 4 should do nicely right here. Perfect. So, yes, I'm still speaking, I'm still talking, I'm still taking way too much time on this boss, but it's okay. Because he does not have much more life left in him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drat! So, it's gonna take two shots of this halberd beam to finally take him down. Always remember to pull your crew off his ship before you blow it up. Because if you blow his ship up and your crew's like in the medbay trolling around or something, he'll shoot off to the next stage of the fight and your crew will just disappear. So I had that mistake on my first playthrough of this boss. I ported my crew in and, you know, my crew was like smashing down his medbay or something, and while they were smashing down his medbay, I was like firing missiles at him, and unfortunately the missile killed the ship and my crew was still on the ship, and I was like, oh, it's fine, the crew will just, you know, stick there, and in the next stage of the fight they'll be sitting on his ship and I can just retrieve them. No, they disappear into the void. So always pull your crew back, then use your weapons. Otherwise you're in for a sad surprise. So let's wait one more time, let that boss jump, and let's follow him. So this is the final and 3rd stage of the fight. As you can see, we've taken 1 damage so far. And also, if I haven't mentioned, which I haven't mentioned, this is on normal difficulty. So this is not easy. So what am I doing? So this time, we need to take down this really annoying energy shield before we can actually get at him. So we power down our teleporter, power down our medbay. We don't need them because we're not using them. And we're going to power up the heavy ion, because the heavy ion does really, really, really heavy damage to these energy shields. So it's kind of lucky that I got an ion weapon there. And we're also going to power up anti-ship. And we're going to take down this energy shield as soon as possible, using the cloak to dodge his missiles. As soon as they come out, there they are. And 108% evasion. is fairly high. So that's his super duper move. Okay, let's pull these two guys out of here so we can quickly port the others into the missile room. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Port there. Yes, and then we'll put you guys in here. We'll take points out of anti-ship, put them in defense, put them in here. See, just moving your power around stretches it way farther. Way, way, way farther. So, I might actually get hit here. Let's boost that evasion up. Oh, damn, he just sniped my defense. Oh, he... Okay, so he hit my drone bay, and also sniped off my defense drone. All in one fell swoop. So let's take down those shields. They're still working on those missiles. I'm surprised they haven't taken them down yet. Come on, guys, you can do it. I have faith in you. Maybe not, man. That's taking a long time. There we go. Okay. Let's get you back on my ship. And I really want to power up that defense drone. So, here's the issue with this ship. Another boss fight that I was trying out. Pulled my pilot off, had him go to the drone bay to fix up the drone bay, and I immediately just died because a power surge came through, his missiles shot at me. Oh no, another point of damage, whatever will I do? His missile shot at me, and if you pull your pilot out of the pilot's chair there, your evasion goes to 0, I believe. Your evasion halves, sorry, it doesn't go to 0. Silly me. Let's port these guys onto that shield, which wasn't really necessary, but whatever. Okay, so reactivate you, reactivate you. His energy shield pops up intermittently, so you gotta take that back down. And I can't tele through energy shields, so unfortunately I have to leave my little crew on their ship until this goes back down. Shouldn't be too long though, as you can see that heavy ion does 4 damage to that shield. That's pretty hefty. So yep, 48% evasion, coming in strong there. I'm not using my cloak, I really should be. If I was paying more attention to this game, I would be using cloak on cooldown and transferring my power all over the place. But as you can see, this ship is pretty darn strong, and the build I have, I got fairly lucky. So it's not like I've taken, what, 3 damage, 4 damage? This boss isn't too complicated. This is the final stage. So let's power up that halberd beam again. I don't think we can get 4 rooms here. If you're seeing 4 rooms that I can get and I'm just not seeing it, I apologize, but I'm just gonna try to get 3 rooms in here. That'll be good enough. Okay, so as the boss is in his final death throes, you notice, as I was saying about the AI earlier, the left half of the ship broke off. Ow! It got through! Crystal crew members are great because they resist suffocation. And they're also good for putting out fires. Let's just get those shields back up and running again. Perfect. You can see the shield charge booster and the dude maxed out on the shields all coming into effect there. Uh-oh, power surge! Anyways, I was saying something, I don't remember what it was. It was probably important. Oh yeah, left half ship broke off, right half ship broke off, so the only 2 weapons you can leave alive and not have them become an AI are the middle 2, the lasers and missiles. I chose lasers because I'm more scared of missiles. And there is the final boss. Thanks to the valiant effort of the Carnelian, which is that Crystal Cruiser B. And my successful crew of whatever their names were because I didn't name them. We defeated the final boss. So, as you can see, that was actually not that hard. That was quite easy. He only hit me about 3 or 4 times, and that was just luck on his part, really. The 48% evasion, if I did that again, would most likely, you know, it would vary between him not hitting me at all and him hitting me maybe 5 or 6 times. And with the 30 or so health I have, that's not scary at all. Now, if you don't have the Crystal Cruiser B, because I realize it is a little bit hard to get, I would recommend playing as the NGA. The NGA is, in my opinion, the easiest ship to run through the game. The Medbot Dispersal that heals your crew is super useful, and the starting off with Drone and Heavy Ion? Ion Blast 2? I think it's Ion Blast 2. Allows you to take down pretty much every ship quite easily in Sector 1, 2, 3, and 4 with very little upgrades needed. Everything up to 2 shields can be taken out very easily with the NG Cruiser A. So if you don't have the Crystal Cruiser B, because honestly it takes ages of running. I ran so many games to attempt to get the Crystal Cruiser, and then more to get the Crystal Cruiser B to get those achievements. It is ridiculous. Many runs. Actually, mostly as NG Cruiser, NG Ship A, because it's really easy. You can kind of just like AFK run with it. You can kind of like think about other stuff and just run through the game with the NG Cruiser A, because you don't have to worry about your guys dying because it auto heals everyone in your ship, and you don't really have to worry about like aiming at stuff because you just aim your ion at their shield at the start, activate your drone, and it kills it for you. You know, with other ships, missiles or whatever, you gotta worry about aiming them in this subsystem and moving stuff around and making sure crew members get into the medbay and out of the medbay if they get hit. And also, engines are really good at repairing, so if any piece of your ship dies, or, sorry, breaks, the engines can just jump in there and just and heal it up. The biggest problem with the NG ship is borders, so just upgrade those doors nice and fast and it'll be fine. If you're really having troubles, just move everybody into the medbay, vent all the oxygen in every room other than your medbay, and the enemies will come running to your medbay, and when you're in your medbay, you're pretty much invincible. If I'm saying a lot of stuff you already know, I apologize. This is, I guess, mainly for players who are watching this who have not beaten the final boss yet and are looking for a sort of how-to. So, how to use NG Cruiser A, or even better, Crystal Cruiser B, the most overpowered ship in the game. Do it like, hopefully, I just did it there, because it's actually not that complicated. And that was also, one final time, normal difficulty, the hardest difficulty in FTL, hardest in little air quotes there, it's only normal. But then again, only normal in FTL takes you several runs to just get to the boss, let alone beat him. So that was actually, if I thought back, probably my many runs through, and I fought that boss probably, that was my 4th time. My 4th attempt at the boss. So I had 3 unfortunate explosions of my beautiful Crystal Cruiser previous to this on runs. Where I actually learned how to beat that boss. So, it will take you many runs, unfortunately, and you will die a lot. But, sooner or later you'll beat that boss. I beat it on my 4th try, and it'll be great. So, thank you all for watching. That was FTL, that was the Rebel Flagship, and I will see you in the future.